What if Willow's most shocking decision never actually happened? What if she never pulled the trigger on Drew? Would her life finally calm down? Or would something even worse be waiting for her? Because in General Hospital, one choice can change everything. But sometimes, even the right choice doesn't save you. Let's take a closer look. If Willow had never shot Drew, the first and most obvious difference would be her legal situation. There would be no investigation, no fear of arrest, and no courtroom drama hanging over her head. Her life would feel more normal, at least on the surface. She wouldn't be living with that constant anxiety of getting caught or exposed. But it's not just about the law. Think about her emotional state. Without that violent moment, Willow wouldn't be carrying that heavy guilt. She wouldn't have to hide the truth or live with regret. Around Wiley and Amelia, she could actually feel like the mother she wants to be, strong, present, and emotionally available. That kind of inner peace is something she desperately needs. Then there's her career. As a nurse, Willow has worked hard to build a life based on trust and care. Shooting Drew could destroy all of that in an instant. But without that mistake, her license, her reputation, and her future in medicine would all remain safe. No disciplinary boards, no risk of losing everything she's built. And let's talk about her mental health. Without the trauma of that moment, Willow would likely be in a much more stable place. No sleepless nights replaying what happened. No constant stress or fear eating away at her. She could focus on healing, growing, and maybe even finding happiness again. And perhaps the biggest shift of all, she might finally break free from Drew's influence. Because whether she realized it or not, Drew had a certain level of control over her decisions. Without that turning point, Willow might have found the strength to step away, to think clearly, and to take back control of her own life. Sounds like a better future, right? But here's where things get complicated. Because even if Willow never shot Drew, that doesn't mean her problems disappear. In fact, some of them might get even worse. Drew's political ambitions alone could still pull her into a world of pressure and expectations. Being connected to someone in the public eye isn't easy. Every move gets judged. Every mistake gets magnified. That kind of life can slowly break a person down. And then there's the possibility of losing custody. If that still happens, the emotional fallout would be devastating. That kind of pain doesn't just go away, it builds up. It turns into anger, frustration, and sometimes reckless decisions. Even without the shooting, Willow could still spiral under that weight. Her relationship with Nina is another ticking time bomb. After the wedding day betrayal, things were already fragile. Trust was broken, emotions were raw. Even without a shooting incident, that conflict could easily explode into something even more damaging. Some wounds don't heal. They just get deeper over time. And what about Michael? Because his transformation into a darker, more intense version of himself could completely change their dynamic. The man Willow once leaned on might become unpredictable, even dangerous in his own way. That shift alone could push her into emotional chaos. And finally, the secret that could ruin everything. The leaked tape from the Quartermain mansion. Even if Willow never pulled the trigger, if that footage gets out, her reputation could still be destroyed. Public scandal, judgment from everyone around her, and consequences she can't escape. Sometimes, the truth finds a way out, no matter how hard you try to hide it. So now we're left with a bigger question. Was shooting Drew really the moment that ruined Willow's life? Or was it just one piece of a much bigger problem? Because when you look at everything surrounding her, the pressure, the relationships, the secrets, it starts to feel like chaos was always coming. Maybe not in the same way, but in some form, it was unavoidable. So what do you think? If Willow had made a different choice in that moment, could she have truly changed her future? Or was she always heading toward heartbreak, no matter what? Let me know your thoughts.